Today you're going to learn how do retired people make money in a great business that you can do from home, doesn't cost a lot to start, doesn't take a ton of time, but you can make great money and help people. Did you know that many retired folks are finding success in this interesting little niche business called overages? In this video, you're going to discover how they're making great money from home, helping people in a really significant and meaningful way. And in this video, you're going to learn that retired folks, perhaps just like you, have exactly the skill set and exactly the special skill that's needed to succeed in this business. And this business doesn't take a lot of money to start and doesn't involve physical labor. You can work from home at a desk. All you need is an internet connection, a phone, and a computer, and some training that I can give you, and you can be in business right away. Lots of retired folks are looking for the answer to the question, how do retired people make money? And the answer many of them are finding is in a business called the overages business. The overages business is where we help people who've lost property to foreclosure get back a big windfall of money to help them get their life started over again. Really great, rewarding work. So here's how it works. When a property is foreclosed, either because someone didn't pay their real estate taxes or didn't pay their mortgage, when the property is sold at the foreclosure auction, very often there's extra money left over, and that extra money can be claimed by the former owner. But here's the thing, in order to get the money, they have to apply for it. You have to fill in some forms and apply, and then you get your money. And if they don't do that, then they don't get the money. And the vast majority of this money never gets claimed. Matter of fact, the state of Maryland does studies every year of this. I looked at the last 3 years' studies. Every year, less than 72% of the people get their money. So most people don't know the money's there, don't apply for it, don't claim it. So literally millions upon millions of dollars is being forfeited to the state of Maryland because people aren't claiming the money. And this takes place everywhere, all across the country. It's not just the state of Maryland. Every state does tax sales in some way. So this happens all over the country, and certainly everybody does mortgage foreclosure sales also. So this happens all over the country, and all over the country, people are not only losing their house, but they're losing every penny that's generated from sale of that house. And if you think about it, the money that's over and above the taxes that were due or the mortgage that was due, that really represents the equity in their house that they worked hard for. They put a down payment when they bought the house. They made payments year after year. At some point, things fell apart. Maybe they got sick. Maybe someone passed away. Maybe the income earner passed away. Something happened. And now they're losing the house. That doesn't mean they should lose all the equity in their house. But what's required is for them to know that there's money that's available and then to go apply for it. And then they'll get their check. So the problem is, since most people don't know about it, most people never claim it, and that's where your business comes in. What we do in this business and what you're going to be doing is you get the list of monies that are being held, just like the list that I'm showing you now. This is an actual list. And you can see on that list, there are tens of thousands, in some cases even hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting there next to people's names that literally they can claim, but they're not claiming them because they don't know about it. And where you come in is you're going to get these lists. I can show you how to do that. It's quick research on the internet. They're free lists. Doesn't cost much. They're public records. That's easy. You can get the list. You're going to get the contact information for the people. I can show you how to do that. Usually takes me an hour or two to show people how to do that. So give me an hour or two, I'll show you that. So you're going to get the list of people that are owed the money. You're going to get their contact information, which is going to include their mailing address, their cell phone number, their home phone number if they have one, their Facebook address, so you can send them a message through Facebook, their email address, all their full contact information, even the contact information for their family in case you can't get in touch with them directly. You could maybe call their family and say, hey, are you Fred's sister? You know, Fred's owed a big refund. I'm trying to get a hold of him. Could I give you my number? Could you ask him to give me a call about his refund? It can be as simple as that. So you reach out to people, whether you're going to send a mail, pick up the phone, however you're going to reach out to them. I give you training on that, but just imagine for the moment we're just reaching out to them. You have the conversation, which is, Fred, so glad I got hold of you. There's a big refund that you're eligible to claim. Do you know about this? And if you tell Fred there's $150,000 there, he doesn't know anything about the refund. Otherwise, he would have gone and claimed it. So you can guarantee everybody in that list has no idea there's money there. Otherwise, they would go claim it. So he says, no. And you say, well, our company has located this refund. We specialize in helping you get the refund. So if you'd like, we can work with you, total contingent fee basis. If we're successful, we get paid a success fee. If we're not, it doesn't cost you a penny. So if you'd like to work with us, we'll go hopefully get you that money. And I'm sure you could use it just like all of us could. And this person, of course, can really use it, but we're not going to tell them we know they lost their house at foreclosure. That'd be very rude. We don't need to do that. Say, I'm sure you could use it like everybody else. Meanwhile, they're thinking, boy, could I ever use it? Some people are going to sign up. Some people won't. I will tell you that. Some people won't. And this is where your magic skills as a retired person come into play. And what is that? That's your life experience. Because the key to this business is connecting with people. This is a person who's lost so much. They've lost their home. They're feeling terrible. It's a big, devastating financial blow. Chances are they're older. Almost all of our clients are somewhere between, they're over age 50, usually 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. It's a big financial blow that they can't really recover from. But you're going to come and bring them this big windfall of money that they never knew was out there. And you're going to help walk them through the whole process. It's a simple process to claim the money, but they don't know what it is. So that's the service you provide. And your life experience of connecting with people, that's the part that's going to serve you so well. And that's why I said at the beginning of this video, retired people often have the one skill that's really needed. I can teach you how to do all the research. That's not hard. If you can use Facebook and the telephone, you're good. You can do this business technically. It's that connecting with the people who are owed the money. They're going to be skeptical. They're going to be scared. They're going to be worried. You work your magic, work your life experience, connect with them, and that's where you get your customers. And you don't need many customers because we charge, for us, 30 to 40% of what we recover. You can see from this list, take a look at the list. You can see the kind of money that's on there. You can charge what you want, by the way. It's up to you. It's a free country. But we charge between 30 and 40% depending on how big the claim is and how complex we think it's going to be. Most of them are too complex, but we'll charge a little less for a bigger claim, a little more for a smaller claim, just so we even out our income from it. But you decide how much you're going to charge. And just if you think about what you might charge, take a look at these amounts and think about the money you could make. So for a lot of our retired folks, they're not doing that many deals. They may do 6 or 7 a year, but maybe they're making an extra $10,000, $12,000, 6 times a year. So they're making $70,000 a year extra. Or maybe they're doing more than that. Plenty of people do more than that or approach bigger claims where they make more money. You can see how you can make your retirement not only a relief from having to go to work every day, but also financially good with savings without having to draw from every resource. Instead, you can do an overages business even at a low level and have a great retirement. You can spend time with the grandkids. One of my customers who I trained to do the business, to get him, Pat. So Pat got into this, a very bright guy. He used to be a CFO of a company, super bright guy, hardworking. He only does really big deals. He works in deals that every time I see one, it's like between $180,000 and $200,000 per deal. And he's charging 30%. So he's making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per deal. And he only does a handful, do like 5 or 6 a year. And that's great money. Can you imagine making that kind of money 5 or 6 times a year? And Pat is off. Like I talked to him before last summer. He's like, I'm going to get an RV and drive the kids all around the Southwest. He meant grandkids, not kids, but drive them around, all over the national parks. And he did that. And how did he do it? From the money from his overages deals. He got himself an RV and he made an itinerary and he took their grandkids. That's the kind of thing you can do. So you can live without worrying about your finances. Devote the time to this. Use your magic skills that you've learned over life, connecting with people, and do this business. Doesn't take a lot of money to start. Total budget to start's around $2,000 to get the education, to get a subscription to some services you need to help find people and all. Nothing big. Operating costs month to month, only $30 or $40 per month, so nothing at all significant, which is great because as a retired person, you don't want to be shoveling all your savings out the door. So this can be started and tried very inexpensively. On your first deal, you get more than that money back. So if you found after one deal you don't love it, just go on and try something else. You'll have made some money anyway. It's a really great business for retired people. And it's for retired men, retired women, retired couples. It's great. Just relate with people and connect with them. Be nice to them. They've been through a tough time, so don't be too harsh with them. Just be patient with them, and you will be good, I promise. It's a really great business. So if this sounds appealing to you, which I think if you're here this long in the video, obviously this is appealing to you because it's a great business and you recognize it, your next step is to click on the link you see on your screen, or if you don't see a link, just there'll be one down below in the description. If you see a link, just look up there. If it's not there, that means your browser's not supporting. It's just technical gobbledygook. Look down below for the link. Click on that, There, I'm going to walk you through the overages business in my intro to the overages business and help you along to the next step. Because I want you to see this fully, understand it, and say, yeah, I want to give this a try, or say, hey, that was interesting. I don't want to give this a try. Either one is fine, but you owe it to yourself to check it out, because you can have a great retirement with great finances, and you can be making money in retirement, and everything can be good. But you got to do something to do that. So your next step in doing something, click on that link, come with me to see my video, Intro to the Overages Business, and we'll get you started and seeing if hopefully this is the business for you.